So some questions I will ask and you have to answer. This Daksh Jain define public sector. What is the meaning of public sector? What do you mean by public sector? Daksh Jain. Daksh, are you there? Okay, Muskan Bhargav. Muskan, define public sector. What do you mean by public sector? Whatever you know, tell. Don't agitate in answering. Yes, Muskan.
So owned by different peoples.
Okay. Okay. Sambhav Jain was raising the hand. So Sambhav Jain,
Sir,
Sambhav,
which was owned by government.
which is owned by government. है ना? Okay. Husi Gupta, can you define public sector?
Uh, Public sector consists of various organizations owned and
Hmm?
managed by government.
Okay, very good. Owned and managed by government. Good. Faiza,
Yes, sir.
same question. Public sector. Define public sector.
The public sector is a sector which is owned by the government, the part of an economy that is controlled by the state.
Okay. Shivam, do you want to say something? Shivam Parikh.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yes,
which is
please.
owned, controlled, and managed by government.
Okay. Now this Barsa Bastri.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference, basic difference between private sector and public sector? What is the basic difference between private sector and public sector? Barsa, speak whatever you can. Don't agitate.
I don't know.
What do you know? You know public sector or not?
Sir, I know public sector.
Okay, so define public sector.
Sir, public sector is owned controlled and managed by the government and also by the central or state government.
Okay, very good. Now private sector. Can you define private sector?
Yes, sir. Private sector is the control or a group of individuals.
Okay, Prakhar want to say something. Yes, Prakhar, come on.
Sir, private sector was owned by individuals
Yes.
and public sector was owned by government.
Okay, very good. No? So this Kanak Gurjar. Now can you differentiate what? Can you answer the question I asked? Basic difference between private sector and public sector. Kanak.
Yes, sir. So,
Yes, please.
private sectors are small and large industries, and it is privately owned by a group or group of individuals, whereas public sectors are the organizations which is managed and uh, managed by government.
Okay, very good. Now Aditi Soni. Give the forms of business under private sector and public sector. Forms of organization under public sector and under private sector. Aditi Soni, are you there?
Sir,
Yes.
forms of business under public sector is departmental undertaking, statutory
Yes.
corporations, and government companies.
Okay, very
And
good.
forms of business under private sector is sole proprietorship, company, joint and family
Yes.
business, multinational corporations, and partnership.
Okay, good, very good. Aditi Samadia.
Yes, sir.
Same question for you. Forms of organization under public sector and private sector.
Sir, in private sector, there are sole proprietorship, partnership,
Hmm?
cooperative society, company, and a joint Hindu family, and
Hmm?
multinational corporations. In public
Oh,
sector, there are three types: departmental undertaking, public corporations, and government company.
okay, very good. But I want to make it clear that multinational corporations or joint ventures may be either under public sector or in private sector or joint sector. You know? They can be possible in any form. If the project is run by two governments, like you must have heard about the missile system. What is the missile between Russia and India? What is the name of that missile? Uh, yes,
Sir, MiG-14.
I am forgetting. I am recalling that name of the missile that is given by Russia. So it is a joint project of India and Russian government. है ना? Similarly, Maruti India Limited, Maruti now it's a government of India's project, but earlier it was a joint venture that was run by Maruti company of Japan and Indian government of India. So it was under joint sector that one is the government, other is the company of other country. So this joint venture or public corporations can be either in public sector or in private sector or in the mixed or joint sector. Na? One may be the government company, other may be the private company. Okay. So now we have discussed two forms of business under public sector. First form we discussed, that is the departmental undertakings, and second one is the public corporations or statutory corporations. So Swastika Nayak, can you say something about departmental undertakings? Swastika Nayak. Some students never. Okay. Swastika, please.
It is the oldest and most traditional way of a public sector,
Okay.
and it is undertaken by government,
Okay.
and uh, um, examples can be railways and phone and telegraph. Um,
Okay. Okay. Good. Vaishnavi Bhargav. Vaishnavi Bhargav.
Yes, sir.
Same question. Departmental undertakings. Can you say something about departmental undertakings?
Uh, it is managed by a certain ministry.
Hmm? Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Vaishnavi Gurjar. Vaishnavi, are you there? Vaishnavi, I think is not there. Okay. Purvi Kalgankar.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah. Yes, please define departmental undertakings and whatever you can explain about departmental
yes,
undertakings.
sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, this is the most oldest and most tradition form of government, and
Okay.
it is managed by ministry and government only, and it is undertaken by both central and state governments. And examples are railways, post offices, telegraph department, etc.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, good. Now, who is left? Divya Kaka. Divya, can you say something?
Sir, it is organized and controlled by government organization.
Okay. Anything specific? Aditi Samadhiya. Explain the departmental undertakings along with their features, merits, and demerits. If you can.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The features are that it is financed by government, and the allocation of funds is done from the annual budget of parliament or government,
Okay,
and
good.
that the employees are civil servants.
Okay, good.
Governmental departmental undertakings are accountable to the ministry directly, and
Okay, good.
they are directly controlled by the ministry. The
Hmm.
minister of that ministry is the final boss of departmental undertaking, and
Okay.
the revenues are deposited in the treasury of government.
Hmm.
Merits, as per security, it is the best form of public organization.
Hmm.
It is in the direct control of ministry, so it is more accountable.
Hmm.
So one more feature is that the accounting rules which are applied to the government departments are also applied to the governmental departmental undertakings.
Okay, very good, Aditi. Very good. Excellent. Okay, okay. Daksh, can you explain public corporations or statutory corporations? Daksh Jan. Daksh is not there. Daksh has switch on the uh, class and busy somewhere else. Daksh, are you there? No. Aditi Soni.
Yes, sir.
Public corporations, can you explain?
Sir, public or statutory corporations are formed under the state legislature or the Parliament Act, defining its relationship with the government departments,
Hmm.
rules and regulations of governing the employees, its powers and functions.
Okay, good. Purvi,
Yes, sir.
you have to give four differences between departmental undertakings and statutory corporations.
Okay, sir. I'll try.
Okay, try.
Sir, in the departmental undertaking is the oldest and most traditional form of government, public enterprise, and this statutory corporation is made by the special act of parliament under special act of parliament.
Okay, so you can
And
distinguish. Okay, okay, go ahead, please.
departmental undertaking is owned by the Ministry of Government only,
Mm-hmm.
and they are the employees are civil servants. And in
Mm-hmm.
statutory corporation, they are cooperative persons, and they are cooperative persons. And in departmental undertaking, examples are railways and post offices, telegraph, and here
Okay, okay, good, good. Good, Purvi, you are trying best, है ना? You are trying your best. Good, very good, है ना, beta? Keep it up. Now, Prakash, you want to say?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
distinguish.
in department marketing, the
Yes, yes.
management was owned by the government,
Okay,
and in statutory corporation, the management was owned by the board of directors.
okay,
Sir, in departmental undertaking, there is no flexibility, and
okay,
in statutory corporation, there is some flexibility in there,
okay, good, Prakar, good.
and
Yes.
in department undertaking, there is no separate legal entity, and in statutory
Hmm.
corporation, there is separate legal entity.
Very good, very good. Good, है ना? You are understanding. Try to study a little more. You will improve. Okay. Now, Swastika, same question for you, Swastika.
Yes, sir.
Yes. 4 differences between departmental undertakings and public corporations or statutory corporations.
So departmental undertakings are the oldest and most traditional way of public sector, and
Okay, good.
in statistic corporations, it is the act defined by powers and functions.
Okay, good.
Now,
Anything
sir,
else?
second will be, sir, the departmental undertakings are under government, and the government by state and which one?
Okay, no problem. Swastika, good. You try to study a little more. You are
Yes,
understanding? Okay, no problem. No? Okay. So now, today I am taking you a little back. So I will ask you the questions from chapter of forms of business organization, that is sole proprietorship, partnership, from that chapter. You know? So I have a system. So if you want to answer, you can raise your hands. I will see you. Let me try. Okay. So first question is that what is the maximum number of members in a sole proprietorship business? Raise your hand, please. Anyone who want to say? Okay. I can see Shivam Parikh. इतना तो मुझे लग रहा है अदिति समाधिया, अदिति सोनी. Prakhar will get the opportunity first. Maximum number of members in a sole proprietorship business.
8 members.
8 members. Okay, very good. Anyone? Is he correct or not? Prakhar is Shivam Parikh. Who gave the answer? Shivam gave the answer. Okay. Prakhar ने दिया. Prakhar is correct or not?
सर उसने 8 बोला या 1 बोला?
तो 8 बोला कि 1 बोला?
Prakhar, make it clear. Write in chat box.
8. 8.
Okay, who is saying 8 in Hindi? So is it correct or not?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So what is the maximum
No,
number in
sir.
total?
Sir, 1.
Single.
One.
Sir, 2.
Okay. One by one. Please.
Sir, 1.
Who is saying 1?
1, sir. 1.
Sir, 2.
Who is saying 2? First, please wait. Who is saying 2? Sambhav Jain is saying 2. Okay. Rest all are saying 1.
Yes.
No, sir. Sir, 1. सर मैंने 1 बोला है.
अच्छा 1 बोला है प्रखर
नहीं बोला.
प्रखर है turn now and he is saying 1. Purvi will decide finally. Purvi will decide. I will accept the answer of Purvi. Purvi, tell me.
Sir, 1. Sir, 1.
Okay, 1. So now Purvi's answer is final. So maximum number, minimum and maximum both are 1. है ना? Its name itself says sole proprietor. Sole means one single individual. So that's why a minimum number as well as maximum number is same, that is 1. Okay. Second question is that name the act which regulates the business of partnership firms.
Sir,
Act. Name the act. Which act regulates the business of partnership firms?
Sir, can I?
Yes, please.
Indian Partnership Act 1932.
Indian Partnership Act 1932. Okay. Is it right or wrong?
Yes, sir. Right.
It is right. Okay. Indian Partnership Act 1932. Okay. Now the question is that which form of business organization is regulated by Hindu law, Hindu Succession Act?
The Joint Hindu Family.
Joint Hindu Family Business.
Joint Hindu Family.
Okay. Joint Hindu Family Business is regulated by Hindu law or Hindu Succession Act. Very good. Now, next question is that what is the minimum number of members for the formation of a cooperative society? Minimum number of members for the formation of a cooperative society.
Sir, at least 10.
At least 10. Okay. Anyone else?
Sir, 16.
Prakhar is 15.
Sir, 16.
Prakhar,
16.
16. Okay. 16. Sorry, one less was there, so he is corrected, and it is 16. Okay, good. Now, anyone else? Any other number? One is saying 10, other is saying 16. In between,
Sir, 10. Sir, 10.
Sir,
who is saying
10.
10? Okay, 10. Purvi is saying 10. Aditi is saying 10.
10. 10.
10. Okay.
Sir, 10.
Okay. So 10 is, I think, correct. So minimum number of members in a cooperative society is 10. Okay, now next question, maximum number of members in a cooperative society. Maximum number of members in a cooperative society.
Sir, 50.
Okay, good. 50. Prakhar is saying 50. Prakhar is very quick in answering. Okay. Yes, Prakhar. 50. Anyone else? Any other number? Okay. No other number? What happened?
Sir, cooperative
One is
society.
yes, cooperative society. Yes,
Sir,
Barsa,
10.
come on. That is minimum is 10. Maximum, I am asking maximum number of members in cooperative society. No one is saying. Okay. Purvi, where are you? हाँ पूर्वी,
Yes, sir.
क्या लगता है?
Yes, sir.
कितने लगते हैं?
सर नो मैक्सिमम लिमिट शायद।
Okay, good. So no
अमूल
maximum
में तो
number.
बहुत सारे फार्मर्स है ना।
So maximum number is not fixed because it depends on number of shares, है ना? If there are 1 lakh shares, then there can be 1 lakh members. So 5 lakh shares, then there can be 5 lakh members. So maximum number is not limited. It depends on the number of shares. So equal to the number of shares, there can be number of members. But minimum number is 10. Okay. Now there is one more form, that is the private limited company. So what is the difference? This is Aditi Soni. For Aditi Soni, what is the difference between private limited company and public limited company?
Sir, एक minute.
Nowadays Kusagri is absent. What happened? Kusagri, I don't see Kusagri in the class. Yes, please.
Sir, private company restricts the transfer of shares from one person to other, whereas the people who buy the share of public company can transfer their shares or sell those shares. Sir, the
Okay.
minimum number of the members in private company is 2, and the maximum number is 200. And in public company, the minimum number is 7, and the maximum number is unlimited.
No limit. Okay. Anyone else want to answer this
sir.
question? Yes, please, Prakhar. Come on, Prakhar.
Sir, in public company, there at least 3 directors are involved.
Okay.
And in private company, there is 2 directors is there.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else?
Sir, private company does not involve to its securities, but in public, it prohibited for inviting the public to subscribe.
Okay, good, Varsa. You are studying, but you hesitate to speak. You are studying. It shows that you are studying, but You hesitate or fear to speak. Don't fear to speak, है ना? Don't hesitate to speak. You are doing well, है ना? Keep on doing. Okay, good.
So a private company can directly commence business after incorporation, whereas a public company have to go to the subscription stage.
Okay, very good, excellent.
And they have to issue the statement in lieu of prospectus to the public. And
Okay, Aditi is studying well, है ना? You're studying all the concepts, all the topics. Okay, very good. Okay. So basically, both are under private sector, है ना? Private company as well as public company, both are under private sector. Both are owned by individuals or group of individuals. But there are certain limitations in private company which are not there in a public company. That's why one is called private limited company, other is called as public limited company. First limitation is regarding number of members. In private company, maximum limit is 200 only. But in public company, there is no such limit. The number can be any depending on the number of shares. Second, a private company cannot invite the public to subscribe for its shares, or directly we can say private company cannot collect capital from public. The capital of the private company should be contributed by these limited number of members, which is 200, maximum 200. But a public company can invite the public to subscribe for its shares or debentures. It means a public company is allowed to collect the capital from the public by way of issue of shares. Next, that there is a restriction in a private company that the members of a private company cannot transfer the shares. So shares in a private company are not transferable. Restriction is there, but in a public company, the shares are freely transferable. Any shareholder of a public company can transfer or can sell his shares at any point of time whenever he wishes to do so. So that restriction is not there. So there are some basic differences between private company and public company. Otherwise, both are under private sector. Both are owned by the individuals or group of individuals. Here we can say it is a group of individuals. Both are owned by the group of individuals. Minimum number is 2 in private company and minimum number is 7 in a public company. Okay, that way there is a, if business is small, needs less amount of capital, private company is preferred. But if business is little large, needs more capital, then public company is preferred. Okay, so that way these two forms are there: private limited company and public limited company. One recent form also I introduced to you, that was the OPC or one person company, where a company is run by a single individual. This is just like a sole proprietor. So that is the new form of company, that is the one person company, which is introduced by Indian Companies Act 2013. Okay, so that way these are the different forms of the company. So 5 forms of business are there: sole proprietorship, joint Hindu family business, partnership, cooperative societies, and last one is the company or joint stock companies. Okay, so these 5 forms we discuss. In public sector, we have 3 forms. First, we have discussed, that is the what we discussed, that is departmental undertakings. Second, we discussed, that is the public corporations or statutory corporations. Now, third form we have left with very less time, but still I would like to explain this, some part of this. Let us see the third form, that is the government company. Okay, so what is the government company? Let you know. Okay. So is it visible to you? Screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So now let us see. This we have discussed private sector and public sector. Now, statutory corporations also we have discussed. Now, third form of public sector is the government company. Okay. So let me increase the size. Now it will be visible. So government company is any company. It's just like a public limited company, है ना? So it's any company which is established under Companies Act like a normal company. But only thing is that if 51% or more shares are owned by the government, है ना? So government company is a company in which 51% or more than 51% capital is held by the government, that is central government or state government or by both, then it will come under the category of government company. So government company is also registered under Indian Companies Act. The process of formation of government company is also same, just like a public limited company. Its rules and regulations are also same, but only thing is that its half or more than half capital is owned by the government. So 51% or more than 51% paid up capital is held by the central government or by state government or by both. That's why it is called as a government company, because government is the majority shareholder. Government holds more than 51% shares. So government is considered to be the owner of the government company. Okay, so in any company, this is the condition of ownership. If you have more than 51% shares, you will be considered as the owner of the company. So here in government company, government holds 51% or more than 51% shares. That's why these companies are called government companies. Okay. The examples of these companies are very close to us. That is GAIL India Limited or National Fertilizers Limited. These are the examples of the government companies. Okay. So now let us read. A government company is established under the Companies Act 2013 and is registered and governed by the provisions of Companies Act 2013. These are established for purely business purposes. Now, purpose is different. Departmental undertakings are mainly established for providing services to the society. Statutory corporations are for some specific activity, but these government companies totally work on commercial basis. They work on basis of market forces, demand and supply. So purpose in true spirit compete with the companies in the private sector. So these public sector or government companies are meant to compete with the public sector. Okay. According to the section 2, subsection 45 of the Companies Act 13, a government company means any company in which not less than 51% of the capital, paid up capital is held by the government, central government or by any state government or partly by central government and partly by one or more state governments, and including the state government of the state government of the
पूर्वी तूने सर से पूछा क्या रुकना है कि जाना है?
नहीं यार, नहीं पूछा। नेक्स्ट हो जाए अपन भी।
हो जाते हैं, टाइम हो गया है वैसे भी।
वैसे भी टाइम हो गया। चल बाय।
बाय।